Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the GM. It is your guy, Boulanger. Up next, Ravens dominate the Steelers. Let's talk. Yes, it is me. I am back. I have been on a much needed vacation, put away all of technology, put away most of sports, and just chilled, hung with the fam, went to Disney, and just really did some things I really needed to do for the better part of a year. And so now I'm back, man. I got home in just enough time, literally, to turn the game on and watch the entire dominating performance by the Baltimore Ravens. So let's get into this game. What we saw last night, I thought, was the best version of the Baltimore Ravens, where Todd Monken and Lamar Jackson controlled the offensive narrative. Meaning, you saw Lamar Jackson come out and he ran early and often. Now, truthfully, it was a little more often than I would have liked, but I understood that in order for Derrick Henry to really get going, Lamar Jackson had to force the defense to take all of their attention and put it on him. The defense absolutely was focused on stopping Derrick Henry, feeling like, hey, if we stop Henry, we stop the offense. So with Lamar Jackson running as often as he did, he made them think twice about what they were going to do defensively, and then he started handing the ball off, and Derrick Henry started to gash the defense. And so, man, shout out to Lamar Jackson, Todd Monken, and the preparation that they put forth to execute last night. I thought that the offensive line had a dominating performance when it came to run blocking. I thought they did fairly well in the pass blocking. And so I thought that that set the table against a really good defensive front for the Baltimore Ravens to have success. Let me give a few shout outs offensively. Let me give a shout out to Isaiah Likely for getting open and making big time grabs last night. Shout out to Anthony Miller coming off the bench, so to speak, and making a couple of different catches. Shout out to Tylan Wallace for making a big 21-yard catch. I think that was Tylan Wallace on the Lamar Jackson run out and pass. Shout out to Rashad Bateman for staying ready, although he only had 2 catches. The catch in the end zone was a big-time catch for a touchdown. Shout out to Roger Rosengarten. If you watched the tape last night where they highlighted Roger Rosengarten, a rookie, going up against that Pittsburgh Steelers defensive front, you saw great tape of Roger Rosengarten putting on an excellent performance. Shout out to Tyler Lindenbaum for great blocking. And then, of course, shout out to Lamar Jackson and also Derrick Henry for doing damage on the ground and controlling this game. We jump to the defensive side of the ball, man. You want to give a shout out, man, to the defensive front for holding the Pittsburgh Steelers, who definitely want to run the ball, to 29 yards in the run game. Shout out, man, to Darius Washington, man, who you saw make big hits over and over, man. For a guy his size, he would deliver a blow, man. So I'm super proud of what we saw offensively and defensively as a complete game. Some game specifics, man. I thought that the Baltimore Ravens had a clear game plan of making sure we don't lose our identity and get caught up in some other kind of theatrics as it pertains to what we were supposed to do in this game. Shout out to John Harbaugh for having the team ready. Shout out to the coaching staff, man, for preparing the Baltimore Ravens and having them be disciplined and consistent. Little penalties were in play last night, had little impact on this game. And man, it was just like a complete game from start to finish, right? I thought that in this game we got a little bit complacent and started to run rather than continuing to put the foot on the gas and execute the run and the pass game. But that's something that can be worked out as we move forward. The goal was to win, and we did win. I think this game last night, in kind of some closing thoughts, I think this game last night created fear in the rest of the AFC. And I'm going to tell you why. When you think about the defenses that are left, the best defense left is going to be the Houston Texans, who have the best secondary left in the playoffs. When it comes to their rating or their ranking, they have the best secondary left in the playoffs. And then they have the best combination of pass rushers with Hunter and Anderson left in the playoffs. And so when you even think about them, right, we won't meet them unless Buffalo loses on today. But what do they have for us? Like, what is their plan for stopping the Baltimore Ravens run game, right? If Buffalo happens to win, what does Buffalo have to stop the Baltimore Ravens run game? Even if Kansas City wins, even if Kansas City awaits us in the AFC Championship, because that'll be the only time we will be able to face them. What do they have to stop the run game? I absolutely think that last night's game, when they saw what we did to TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, Alex Highsmith, and the crew, the question is for defensive coordinators is, what do we do to stop them? Here's what I think the game plan is for whoever we play next week. I think they're absolutely going to put an extra man in the box. We're going to face 8 and 9 man fronts, which means there's only going to be 2 guys in coverage. So we have to be ready with the hot route. We have to be ready with safety valves. We have to be ready with crossing routes. Because if we can give Lamar 2 to 3 seconds to throw the ball, whether it's a heavy blitz or if it's just extra men in the box, I absolutely believe that we can force teams to get out of that 8-man front if we are delivering the ball like we're supposed to. I absolutely think it's going to be the focus of every team we face going forward is how to stop the run game. And I think that's where the pass game even becomes more dominant. I think that we're going to see from the Ravens specifically, I think we're going to see them go more power out. When you see Patrick Ricard and Derrick Henry line up in that backfield, you're looking at basically 550 pounds a man, right? And then when you add Lamar Jackson's duality to that mix, you're looking at a backfield that can't be stopped. And when you watch Patrick Ricard block for Derrick Henry, which gives him a left-right option, meaning he can run off the left or the right, that's when that run game, the power run game specifically, has been more and more dominant. And so I think you're going to see more power I from the Baltimore Ravens. I think that you're going to need that as we face bigger fronts. Additionally, I think you're going to see more 12 personnel from the Ravens. That's even if Zay Flowers is ready to go next week or the week after. And so, man, I just think that that's how teams are going to play us. I think teams will play us 8 and 9 man front. Some people are going to try and go with a zero blitz, and we just have to be ready. And I think 12 personnel is the perfect way to beat the blitz because you have 2 tight ends, both who can run, both who can catch. We're going to be able to occupy the immediate vision of the quarterback, Lamar Jackson, and then you have a big back in Derrick Henry with a power blocker in Patrick Ricard, who, if you beat that initial blitz or that initial rush, it's open field. So super excited, man, about what I saw from the Ravens. Super excited about the potential, and I actually feel better about this team. To sum it all up, man, I think teams are going to definitely play us different. I think they're definitely going to try and put 8, 9 men in the box. I think you're going to see some zero coverages. I think you're going to see some max blitzes. And I think if we're ready with that 12 personnel where Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews can get into the scene, right into the immediate vision of the quarterback, I think that if we could make those proper adjustments and execute, I don't think anybody is going to have an answer in this next round for what we're doing offensively. And then I think if the defense can just play complementary football and keep everything in front, tackle everything that's coming out of the backfield, and make sure we keep the pass game at a minimum, I think we have a great chance to advance to the AFC Championship. So, man, let me know what you guys want me to know, man. I'm Miguel Boulanger. This is the GM, and I'm out.